welcome race fans here tonight to Area 51 as we are getting ready to take on Daytona International Speedway, brought to you by Freaky Fast Broadcasting, as this is Season 2, Race 1 of their season opener here of the next 12 weeks. This is going to be a fun race as it's fast and famous Daytona. And we're going to be accompanied here tonight by Zach Hall and Brian Johnson. How you guys doing here tonight?
Hey, doing pretty good. Ready for some more, almost called a plate racing again, but some super speedway racing.
That's right. No more plates. We got a tapered spacer now, as we like to say. We'll just call it super speedway races, Brian does. But hope everybody out there is doing good because I'm excited to get some out of this world racing here at Area 51.
That's right. Well, they're going to be taking this 75 laps around here at the famous Daytona. But, you say they got the plates, and I say they're just going to go freaky fast. I mean, that's basically what's going to happen. Don't matter. You go freaky fast, especially at a track like this. So I don't know what we're looking at on fuel mileage. I do also want to, before I bring that up, though, I do want to apologize to everybody for the late start. They had to switch out servers on us. So we had a little bit of a 5-minute delay here. But, hey, we're still alive, though, across the board.
That's all that matters.
We are. Yeah, here starting qualifying here in a bit. We got 20 guys out here trying to get a win for the first race of this, I believe is a 6-race season here over at Area 51. So all these guys be looking to get a good start.
Yeah, it's always good to start off with the first race, as they say. So we'll see how these guys do. They got 2 laps here in qualifying to see who can put down the fastest lap. It's going to be interesting to see who can put themselves on the pole, who can hold the wheel the straightest, and not scrub off that speed there. So, Brian, how would you approach? How do you approach your qualifying laps here at this big old 2.5 mile super speedway?
Well, with qualifying at I almost call it a plate track again, at Daytona or Talladega, it's for me it's fairly simple. The first step is to get a good launch off of pit road. If you have a bad launch off of pit road, you can forget about getting the pole. You have to have a perfect launch off of pit road, and immediately, as soon as you can, used to in iRacing, we didn't have these blue cones, so used to, you could come out of the pit road, go straight to the wall in turn 1, but now you gotta make sure you maintain as much speed as you can on the apron in turn 1 and 2, wait for that blue cone, and as soon as you get to that blue cone and you're able to come up on the track, get right up next to the wall and run the wall for your first lap. You're just trying to build up speed that first lap. And then coming around for your second lap, keep it nice and tight to that yellow line going through the tri-oval. Let it kind of wash out a little, let the car wash out to the wall, towards the wall a little bit, maybe like the second lane up, but not all the way. Get right back down to that yellow line in 1 and 2. Let it wash up about a lane coming off because you want to cut the distance, but you also don't want to scrub off too speed. So letting it come up a lane is about, I think, the sweet spot for it. Do the same thing in 3 and 4, nice and tight against the yellow line. Out of 4, let it wash up a little bit, and then here in iRacing, you can cut that apron in the tri-oval on your fastest lap, and I think that cuts that distance. You don't scrub a lot of speed. You might scrub maybe a 1.5 mile an hour, or about a 1.5 there. But I think cutting that distance is really good, as Logan Helton has got a 47.28 right now. So I think that's my strategy when it comes to qualifying at not a plate track, super speedway.
Just call it a plate track.
Yeah,
I'm just need to accept that I'm never gonna get it right.
I was gonna say I would never get it right. Just call it plate track.
Been calling it a plate track for the past 30 years.
Yeah, I was just ready to say past 30 years. So we're gonna call it a plate track.
Definitely. And we got about 3 minutes. Oh, actually, we have about a minute left here in qualifying. So we'll see if anybody else can put a lap down here. We got 6 guys taking a lap so far, and like Brian said, Logan Helton in the 63. He must have been listening to Soka and Johnson there on the on the broadcast because I think he did exactly what Ryan wanted to execute there. So we'll see if that lap can hold up though some more time, or maybe someone does a little bit better.
Well, we
Logan
did.
Hill, got that 47.28, but Ryan Kelly not too far behind with 47.29. That's only 2 thousandths behind him.
Well,
So not too far behind there.
we had the 20 out there taking a lap, but he just pulled it down, and I don't know if the motor left loose or I don't think we're going to have any motor problems here tonight. You don't think? We shouldn't have too much overheating with these cold temps, or we still will.
Not in qualifying, but
Yeah.
during the race,
I
even
see that.
though it is cooler, I think we're going to see the same problem that we did at Slide Job on Monday night.
At Talladega,
can't push too hard.
right? So same concept. I mean, really.
Yeah, it'll probably take a little bit longer to heat up. Possibly. The other thing is Daytona is a little bit shorter, and the turns are just a slightly bit sharper, which can help bring that RPM down just a little bit in the corners, which could help with heating as well. But you're still going to be watching for those red numbers and hope they don't ever pop up.
All right. Well, let's quick run through our qualifying grid. We're kind of off here tonight, like I said. So we will bring up our starting grid here tonight, brought to you by Dirty Air Podcasts. Make sure you check out their episodes every Wednesday night on Facebook, Google Play, iTunes, and Spotify. Yay. I keep saying it in a different order. I should write it down, huh? But make sure you check them out every Wednesday night. They had a great episode last night. So go check them out on Facebook and listen to it on any of them platforms.
Yeah, definitely. It's pretty good. We have a good time doing it. But here tonight, we got Logan Hilton on the pole position to start out this race with Ryan Kelly on his outside in second. Behind the pole sitter is going to be Charles Johnson and his 14 machine starting third. We got Bud Steele beside him in fourth, and Ted Decker Jr. in fifth. Eric Laurie sixth, and Josh Cully in seventh. Ken Worley in eighth. James Ledford in ninth, and Patrick Langley is going to round out the starting grid top 10 here tonight at Area 51.
All right, that's your top 10 tonight here at Area 51, and you can check out your favorite drivers as that starting grid will keep scrolling through until we go green, until it disappears, and you can see where your favorite drivers are going to start, which is looks like a lot of people didn't qualify here tonight. So everybody's deciding to go into the back. So the question is, guys, I got a funny feeling we're going to see different kind of pack racing. I think we're going to have some in the front and some in the back, and try to survive to lap 75 here tonight. Not sure. I did bring it up before. Fuel. What are we looking at a fuel run here with these guys here tonight?
Well, we're looking at a 70% limit here. So due to that information right there, I would like to say personally, I would see anywhere from maybe 20 laps. They're going to have to pit, so very very soon into a run personally. But you couldn't go too much farther with the extra 30% anyways. But these cars just burn a lot of fuel, and but it's going to be definitely an interesting race here. We got a lot of I think aggressive moves we're about to see. This race is about to be wild. I'm for sure that. I'm sure I think these guys have a super speedway series, and that
they do.
So they have a lot of practice at these tracks. I'm sure they're very confident on these tracks. So it takes confidence and patience to ride this back sometimes. So let's see how these guys handle it.
Well, and the other thing is, it's nighttime, and nighttime is the right time
to go green, as that pace car's gonna duck in and green's out. Wow, that flagman didn't wait.
Yeah, he was as quick as the Kansas caution button.
Yeah. Start the broadcast. That's awesome. I love it. I'm so used to Talladega that I was sitting there waiting. I was like, oh wow, he went already.
Yeah, that's right.
Got a good jump, but field slowly creeps back up towards him. Got the 13 on his outside. Carrying some good speed all by himself up there. For the time being, his 53 then sucked up to him.
The 11 gave the 53 a good old shot there, but the believe that is the it's Patrick Langley. Wow, yeah, it's
way up there.
The 3x3 there for about really for 6 back.
I don't know if it's recommended 3 wide at Daytona, but these guys are showing it can be done.
Yeah, well, the other thing is, like Zach alluded to earlier, these guys do have a super speedway league that they do. So, I'm sure all these guys know exactly what you can and can't do in iRacing at these plate tracks.
Oh, no. The 53 back here is having some issues. Bud Steele, he went from 8th position last time start finish line, and he's almost the very back of the pack, and he's been weaving very oddly back and forth and actually kind of touched the wall a little bit, but sorry about that. We actually got a car up front blinking out with Ryan Cayley up there just took the lead. Logan Helton is 63 with the 11 of Scooby-Doo there, Robert's car, favorite paint on the outside, trying to lick the field.
That's right. Scooby-Doo, where are you? Running third, that's where he's at.
There's Charles Johnson there. The 14, we seen him when we get pretty much every race track we've been to. We've always talked about that 14 at some point. Got the 071 there following him on the bottom line there of Eric Corey. Got Brian Kaufman actually in the 01 up top. The 63 kind of comes up a little bit there. 11, good job to react to that.
Yeah, 63 thought he was maybe a bit clear there, and the 11 was there, and that's going to cost the 11 quite a bit as he had to check up. He's going to have to go to the back of this pack as we got, the front, looks like maybe front 10 guys in this pack up here. And then we got some 3 cars that include Josh Cully, last season's championship, running behind, let's see, who is that? Robert Richards and Jim Brooks.
Yeah, let's
got about a 10-car breakaway.
Yeah, looks about a 10-car breakaway right now. Like I said, you got about 4 cars there. Well, actually 5 about to get together, and then you got about another 4 or 5 cars back there.
And, go ahead. Sorry, Zach.
Oh, no, you're good.
No, I just wanted to bring up before I forget, speaking of our last year champion in that 33 there is a poll up on Facebook asking, do you think he's going to win Season 2 championship? Yes or no? He was dominant last year. He showed power. He won it. He won a couple races. So can he repeat or can't?
I think he's got a pretty good shot. Another guy that's pretty strong that we talked about just a little bit ago is Charles Johnson. He's been pretty consistent week in and week out. And there's some other guys that have been really consistent too. So I think it's going to be a bit tougher this season for Josh Cully, but I think he's still got a pretty good shot.
Yeah, that's for sure, Brian. I like the looks of the 13's been good too. They're ending that season there, Ryan Kelly. We got a new leader though up front. The 21 of Matt Spalding, who's a new name to me. That's good to see a new guy up here out front leading.
Yeah. And just so everybody knows out there, it looks like Charles Johnson is running a custom paint scheme because I see him in the 9 when it's actually supposed to be the 14. So anybody's looking for his 14, he's actually in the 9.
Yeah, I got him on the 14 on my screen. It seems like the paint scheme he's been running all the other weeks, but my trade paints could be messed up, or yours could be, who knows?
I see a Napa know-how, and I clean my paint schemes out all before every broadcast, so who knows? But anyways, if anybody sees it on this end, what you're going to, that he's in the 9 tonight. He's running the Chase Elliott Napa know-how paint scheme, which is actually one. I don't even know where he ran that night version LED.
LED, that would have been is the last. It was recently. It was within the past month.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's what he's running. He's running the Napa know-how night. Yeah, I can't see on the side here. Night version LED lamps.
So We got another lead change there right at the line. We got the 10 of Quarter Lane up at the helm of this pack up here, followed by the 63 on his outside.
Oh!
And the
No,
1
no,
gets into the 63.
Wow,
The
what a
21
save. Does
bounces off the... Ooh. Oh, that's not good.
13 to 93. The 79.
Ooh.
And a 21 almost had it saved, but when you bounce off that wall and you try to save it, it really upsets the car, and you get back into the wall again. It's just kind of like a domino effect inside that car or underneath the car with that suspension. So it just kept hitting the wall and just couldn't save it, unfortunately. That's tough to do at these high speeds.
Yeah, and you can see we're riding inside him here, guys, and he almost had it, but unfortunately, and it looked like it was a little bit of a net code that got to 63. From what I see, but that's on my end.
It did have a netcode feeling to it when I saw it.
Definitely. Yeah.
Whoa, has everybody got to check up pace car?
Yes.
Oh.
Woo!
Well, we know the 14's brakes work.
Right.
Or the 9. Whoever he is.
He's 149.
There you go.
I don't know. Oh,
yeah,
boy.
Corey Lane is going to come out the leader in that, guys. So the number 10 Red Bull, I believe it's Red Bull. Is that what you're seeing also?
Yeah, it's a Red Bull, and it's kind of got a big red feel to it.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's actually a pretty cool paint scheme. You can see it's got a metallic layer on it, so it makes it really shine
Definitely
beautiful
does.
here at night.
Yeah, those metallic layers at night look fantastic.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, we know these guys are going to be coming down pit road. They got 9 laps of completed here of 75 here. So I'm sure we'll see the whole field come down, get 2 cans of Sunoco fuel, and tire-wise, I don't know if anybody's going to take 2 or 4. If you take 2 cans, you might as well take 4. But
exactly.
Yeah, you're gonna see most of these guys take 4 in fuel because really just you're on pit road. There's really nothing to gain. You can get track position back with this package, and the matter of seconds, it can be dangerous, but it can be done. And I think you'll see
88 misses his box.
Yeah, he had a little bit of an issue there.
Well, the 10 had to check it for the 12.
These boxes are really, really slick boxes. When we go to these speedway tracks, most other tracks we're running 45 to 50 mile an hour on pit road. These tracks we're running 60 mile an hour down pit road. So when you're going 60, it's not easy to stop in a dead stop in a concrete box there. So yeah, it's tough. You would think it's not, but it actually is one of the tougher areas to stop. Even though the boxes are big, but iRacing doesn't make them big. Let's just say that.
Right.
Yeah, iRacing, you could be visually inside the box, but iRacing will say, "No, you're too far forward," and you're like, "No, that's a bunch of bull crap." But
Yep.
It is what it is. But with 60 miles an hour down this pit lane coming to a stop, I mean, just imagine going down the highway and then having to pull over and stop in a box that's maybe 8 feet long.
Right.
That's tough to do.
I'd like to try it.
And surprisingly, these tires at this racetrack do get pretty hot. They don't wear a lot, but they get pretty warm. So they're nice and slick when you come in. And I can tell you, exiting pit road is also a dangerous spot on old tires at this racetrack.
Yeah. Well, I bet. Well, it's the same as Talladega. So I mean, and we seen that prime example of Monday night. They came out and well, it didn't work out the way they wanted it to.
Well, Charles Johnson did not take tires there.
No, he did not.
Was the only person I believe not to take any set of tires there. So interesting call. My thing is when you come down for your pit stop, when you have the fresher tires, you're going to have more security under braking and get into your pit box. So interesting call, but he wants to go to track position and get some laps led and get some bonus points possibly.
Well, we are 9 laps away. Well, no, never mind. They don't have stage racing here, so I do apologize for that. So
these guys, they just run straight up laps, which is, a nice change of pace from what we usually see.
I'm not sure of that strategy call then. Why would you just take no tires and just fuel?
It could be an experimentation thing, experiment with no tires early on and see, if there is a disadvantage once you get back out on the track under green. Better to try it on lap 11 than lap 71.
True, true. Well, and this league also offers 3 mulligans, like Brian likes to say there, correct? I think they're still
Yeah,
active.
yeah, these guys have 3 fast repairs. It looks like the 01 did not take one, so he still has a little bit of damage there. But it seems like most of the other guys that got caught up in that wreck did use theirs. I know the 071, he had to use one, and several of the guys, 21. So he's the only one with the damage.
All right, well, pace car's going to duck in, and green's out as Charles Johnson here is going to take off in that 9-14/14-9. And Napa know-how.
Yeah, good restart there from the leader of Charles Johnson there with Logan Hilton in tow. But the 071, you see, it shows you how Daytona is very dependent on your help. And you can see Logan Hilton jumps straight down to the bottom line and get down there. 2 cars now up high. That is the 01 of Ryan Kaufman and the 11 of King Worley. So we'll see how that line can form up. Hell, it's looking a little bit, but it's going to take a few more cars.
Yeah, I think so. For the outside to work here at Daytona, I think it's going to need more than 2 cars behind him to make a move. But I've noticed that 11 is pretty set on being in the outside lanes. He was in the outside lane all of the last run, and he's continuing to do that here. Which I might do the same. Being on the inside line, especially at Daytona with the slightly sharper turns. Being on the inside and being trapped in there, it's not a good feeling as a driver.
Yeah, that's a good point there, Brian. Also on the bottom line, you usually get the most amount of the checkup, and you can't see as far forward because you have a car on your right side, and then you really have the banking, which is the yellow line there under you, which kind of you're not really looking left ever. So you kind of look straight forward at a wing or a spoiler, a giant one at that, but
might as well be.
Yeah, might as well be a wing, but we're looking at a giant spoiler there, and you can't really see nothing. When you're outside, you can actually get a good vantage point and see ahead of you there, just ducking out to the right and sometimes maybe to the left ducking out a little bit. So it does give you a vantage point, but I can also say it is a dangerous spot sometimes to be because most wrecks go back up. And you can see the 3 cars right here, the 01, the 11, and the 21, making a lot of progress on the top line.
Well, the question is how far can they push until they got to get out?
Yeah, you see Ken pull high. You see Ken pull high like that. I'm telling you, he just got hot. He immediately had to pull out due to the fact that his engine would have definitely probably expired if he wouldn't have done that. So easy to get here.
And he didn't push all that much. He may have pushed the 01 pretty hard there for a lap, and he already had to get some air. So these cars, ever since we went to this new car, this new package, these things really do heat up quick in iRacing at these super speedways.
So it looks like we're going to be able to push about a lap. So getting down to the end of the race, if you got to start pushing, you got to time it just right to get that engine cool, and then time it, and then go for it, and hope your motor don't blow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. When your numbers start turning red and start blinking and all that, it doesn't blow up immediately, so you got a little bit of time.
Right.
But it's inconsistent as to how much time you have. Usually you got maybe a lap or a half as the 01 cuts off the 14. 14 tries to look below the yellow line there in the corner, but it's not going to work out for him. The 01 loses some of his momentum as the 21 goes to the front, but once those numbers go red, you got a little bit of time. So, on the last lap, they could be flashing and blinking, but hey, it's the last lap. So,
yeah,
don't need it after the checker.
No, but you also don't want to take out the whole field.
There's that too. We had some massive checkup on the bottom line there. Outside line able to go around the top as late did. How'd the 11 get to the front? Good grief.
Yeah, that was a wild exchange there. What was going on while you were talking about? That was wild.
He was looking his way through the field.
Charles Johnson, though, is fault back there too, but 21 also was involved in that wreck there with the 63. I believe he got caught up in that with 63. A few of them guys. So, you can see him back up here. You can also see. So this is we got a little bit more of a pack now, guys. It was a 10-car breakaway. This is about, I'd say, a 14-car breakaway.
Yeah, we got
50-car breakaway. So
yeah. That last car, Ryan Kelly, he's hanging on. And then we got the 53 and the 8 staying far away from the pack here, as well as the 66. Probably just trying to stay out of trouble for the time.
Yeah, they're expecting cautions, I'm sure. So you never know those. I've seen crazier things. I've seen some wild racing, and go completely green. As you can see right here, the 48 James Leffler giving the 11 a big old push.
Yeah, it gives him a big push going into 3, and then he kind of darts out to the outside a little bit, trying to get a little bit of air to that radiator and that oil cooler.
Yeah,
it's probably the best way to get air and keep speed is to do that corner. Try to get air in the corner.
Definitely. And it makes more sense too, Brian, thinking about it. With this package, it punches such a big hole in the air. There's not a lot of air to go around for these engines to cool down now. So these cars, putting such a big hole in there, there's not much air there for the cars to cool themselves. So kind of makes sense with the draft being more powerful now with this.
That's true. I never really thought about that, but that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so if you're the car in the middle, you're trying to back off your throttle to not overheat, but at the same time, you got the car behind you saying, I'm good to go. So, what do you got to either get, you have to get out of there. I mean, it's that or blow up the motor.
Yeah, that's the worst thing for me is, being hot and the guy behind me keep pushing me. It's like, oh man, I gotta get some space. Usually I just, say, oh well, I can give up this track position, go to the back. It's getting whirly. He went to the outside. He's gonna start falling back here.
Yeah, and there's a 10. The 21 went a little bit to the middle groove, to the high side. The 21 wouldn't gonna let him get to his outside. And then the 10. They're gonna put the 21.
Whoa, man.
21
tried to block the 14, and he got indecisive. And
14, he had a big run, but it just stopped there right before he closed the door on him. So 10, Corey Land is going to hold to his lead with the help of Brian Kaufman in the 01. 14 slides back into the top roof.
Wow. Now, you've seen that run in the 14/9. I mean, and then also, like you said there, Zach, it's like he got out and hit a brick wall. How fast that thing just came to a halt. It's amazing what the draft does. It's like driving down the highway and you get behind a tractor-trailer truck and you try to pass the truck. I mean, you can literally feel the air turbulence as you're going in. Every time I get behind a tractor-trailer truck, I get yelled at from the wife because I think I'm NASCAR driving.
It's good for fuel economy too. If you got a vehicle that shows your instant miles per gallon, if it calculates that, you can set your cruise control and be in clean air, not behind a tractor trailer, and you can look at it and it'll say one thing. You get behind a big old trailer, it'll actually go up just a little bit. So it's good for fuel economy, not good for your windshield if it kicks up a rock though.
Well, no, yeah.
Drafting's not the only done, like you said, on the road and in NASCAR and cars. They do it in bicycle racing. I mean, the huge packs when they ride bicycles is meant to save energy for the guys in the back and create control in there. It creates less resistance. It's amazing actually that the human body on a bicycle would create enough resistance.
The 63
Yeah, that's interesting there, Brian. That's a good call. What is
it's 13 laps on their stint right now here, so
I can tell you what, he came in hot.
Yeah, that was fast.
I don't think he got slowed down on time, personally.
Well, was he by himself as well? I didn't see anybody else go down with him.
He may have got it. He may have got it fine. He got to under 56 there after the line, so he slowed down a good bit after the line. We'll have to see that. But nobody came with him.
He's the only one that's pitting, so why would he
My question is, did he not put fuel in the car? Did he just not fuel it up?
Oh yeah, could have made
Last
a.
stop. Because we're right 23 laps in. With those caution laps, he probably could have made it 22 laps, 23. So that's an issue there. So we seen Coley last week. He didn't fuel the car up, or during the season finale, he didn't fuel the car all the way up, and it kind of lost him a chance for a win.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's an easy mistake to make. When you're driving these cars, you got to do more. That's the thing with Iracing. You're managing a lot of this stuff by yourself. Your tires, your strategy, your fuel, all that, getting that right. And it's easy to make a mistake sometimes and just have as I would call, brain fart. So, it's very possible. But
especially here at a plate track where you got to, manage the cars in front of you, behind you.
Yeah.
It's just a constant, like they say in real life, this thing is more of a mental battle than anything. And so when you battle that and also trying to figure out how many tires you're going to take and how much fuel, some things get lost in the cloud of confusion and mental. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I was waiting
I was trying to think of a word, but I couldn't think of the word.
Yeah, I was waiting. That's why I didn't say nothing. I was like, I wasn't sure where he was going. I thought he had a Robert moment there.
I did.
Okay.
Hey, that's how you easily forget your fuel right there in one of those moments.
See?
Yeah,
Just
a
like
Robert
that.
moment.
Yeah, that was on purpose.
One
Oh,
ducks
oh,
down
what?
the line. I thought,
Well, that top line right there is, man, they're trying everything to get by this 21 and 10, but this 21 and 10 look very, very strong by themselves out here.
That's exactly what I was going to point out, Robert.
Yeah.
The 21 and 10 seem to be working very well together, pushing each other. So,
but
to see that going on.
14 and the 48 look pretty strong too. 48's a big pusher.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think the 10 is a little hot too. He's been tucked up right under the bumper to 21. Sooner or later, that outside line's going to prevail.
And that 10 actually has some splitter damage as well.
It actually does there. I see
I see it now there on the right side there.
A little squirrely from the 21 there. As the 21 continues to click off lead last year of Matt Spalding.
Well, that 10 also has rear damage too. If you guys look there, back of the spoiler's a little cranked up. So that's very impressive that he can got a little bit of damage in the front, then in the back yet, and he's still holding them speeds. Now, he's probably strong enough as a pusher and not a leader. So that would be, if he'd get out into the lead to probably stall that line.
If that splitter had some clean air on it, that would slow him down a bit. But, that rear damage might actually be offsetting that a little bit. That rear damage might be making him just a little bit faster, perhaps.
Oh, wow. And I just noticed I believe he's got the Australian flag. I think that is.
I think he does on his rear bumper there.
Maybe.
Does he?
I think it's Australian.
Got an Aussie in this race.
I don't have that info to know.
It is Australia and New Zealand, so it's either one of the two.
Yeah,
I
that
think
might
Australia.
be New Zealand, actually.
It may be New Zealand, though. That's the thing. That's why I don't want to get it wrong. But
All
we
right.
got
Cool.
a racer from down under.
Down under, a kangaroo hop.
Oh, God.
I don't ask me. Let's get back
First
to the
thing he
race.
thinks of when he thinks Australia is a kangaroo.
I do. I don't know. But, hey, here comes Scooby-Doo. He's going to come down and make a pit stop. 18 laps on his stint.
Wow. Did you see how close that was right there from the front? If that would have been the end of the race.
That was close.
Matt
3,000.
Continuing to hold the lead with the good help of Corey Lane there on the bottom of that 10. 14, the 48 are trying everything, though. It's tough. These guys are putting on a heck of a race.
Ooh, man. Look who's made his way up to the top 9 here on the back of this organized pack up here at the front. Josh Cully. He's been kind of hanging at the back for most of this race, but now he's in the mix up here at the front.
Yes, last season's champion started to dice up with the front pack a little bit here. See what he does. He's ducking out and get a little look there under the yellow line.
Well, this is going to become interesting, everybody out there, because we are 20 laps on this stint. These guys within the next 5 laps are going to have to pit. So, and going 2 by 2 can get very, very, very hairy. So we'll have to see how this all plays out.
I think we'll see pit stops in less than 3 laps.
You think?
Maybe some next lap, maybe some the lap after that, and then some after that.
Oh
To see
boy.
who save fuel, but we'll see how that plays out here for making it to the end of the race once they start to pit here, because that'll be interesting.
Here they
And
come.
Here comes a 21.
Here they come.
All by
Oh,
himself.
the 14.
He's been leading the race. If you think about it, he's been out front the whole time, probably wide open.
Did the 9 or 14 there, Charles? Did he want to make a pit stop? Because he came down like he wanted to, but he had nowhere to go to get it. Because now everybody's getting single file now, so definitely everybody's coming in this time by.
And it looks like he's trying to get single file and come down. Yeah, so probably a bunch of takers this time by, as everybody just about a single file.
And leader Matt Spalding, when he's coming down pit road, he completely blew his pit stall.
Oh no. That's very costly under black conditions. So 10 comes down to 01, comes down to 71, didn't want to, and he boots the 01 down into the inside wall.
Oh, and the 12? I told you it was going to get crazy.
Yeah, that's one thing. I don't know if they came over the radio or not to warn everybody, but 71 was definitely not ready for that 01 to slow down and check up in front of him. And just an unfortunate set of situations right there.
Yeah, the 21 still hasn't left pit road, guys, so he's going a lap down. He actually, I believe he got a speeding penalty and the issue with the pit box. So he actually went a lap down from the lead there, just leaving with these guys. At least he'll be in the pack with them.
I love Bud's pit stop there. He has his car completely sideways, and they're still servicing it. Eat at Joe. I didn't know Iracing serviced your car when you're pointing like that.
Oh yeah, as long as you're in the box and you ain't too close to the wall, they'll get you going.
Okay, that's the first I've seen a car completely sideways like that and actually get service. But okay, I learned something.
I don't think they'll do you if you're backwards though.
This is interesting too, guys. Here, so these guys have Josh Coley, the 071 Eric Laurie, the 14 Ryan Kelly, and the 44 Dwight Plesh. The thing about these guys is if they can make it 21 green flag laps on both these stints, they can make it on one stop.
Yeah.
I do not think we'll see anybody be able to do anything more than that. So I think that is the only ones within the capability of doing it, because they went 22, I think, with caution laps right there. So it's totally close. By the season, the rest of the guys are starting to catch up here. Josh Coley actually first one off pit road there. So see what these other guys catching up as they're starting to get packed up here. Corey Lane pushing Charles Johnson there by Dwight Plesh in the 44. Big thing here is to get caught up and get your momentum built back up and get hooked onto this pack.
They're coming fast too. They're about a second ahead of the 14, and here comes Ryan and Eric. They're gonna sail by them on the high side here.
Yeah, and you see Josh Coley, he's actually running like an arcing line just to keep momentum up and not get the draft.
Yeah, because here they come. We're going to blow right by them.
They'll have the 071 here to get them somewhat, get some RPM built up and hook back onto the back of this pack.
Now watch how fast that 33, once he gets into that draft, how fast he's in it now. And watch how fast that car also picks up speed, and he's going to come right back up to the front.
Yeah, definitely. And I think his biggest strategy here is, can he sit here, ride, and save maximum fuel save for Josh Coley right here? Maximum fuel save. He needs to get whatever he can out of that fuel cell lap-wise, and see if, like I said, if he can get the lap 54, guys, he can do it.
Well, maybe that's why he's staying in the back. Well, it doesn't look like right now he's on the high side there of the 071, but if I was him, I would sit in the back and try to save us a little bit of fuel.
Well, maybe
he's in clean air right now, so that's going to definitely cost him some gallons right there.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue for him is going to be he may already know he can't make it. It may not be possible. I need a little more information on their fuel mileage to be able to tell that, of course. But I can tell you it's going to be close. So we'll have to see how that plays out.
Oh, that 10 did an awesome move. He went on the high side, got pushed by the 33, and then he was right back down in front of the 9. Or 14.
As we got now, it looks like a, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 car breakaway.
Yep, with the white
behind them, we got James Ledford, Ken Worley, 63. I believe he's a lap down. No, he's not a lap down.
No, he is on the lead lap. But he's 13 laps on his run right now, so he's banking on the yellow.
Yeah, he's going to need one to keep up with the rest of these guys.
Yep. And here comes Ken and Scooby-Doo. And you got the 93 at Timothy.
Yep.
And
right
then Ted is all the way in the back. He's about, who's in the 8? That'd be Paul. And Paul is 1 lap down with the 21. And then Bud. Oh, man, Bud had a bad... Oh, Bud's sitting on pit road again. He must have some mechanical issues going on with that Ford Mustang tonight. So that's not a good way to start your season.
No, that's unfortunate. You never want to be sitting on pit road at the very beginning of the season. There's Charles Johnson looks out on the outside of Corey Lane. I got to commend Corey Lane. He's looked very strong here tonight. Started 16th. Led a good bit of laps. The 21, we also messed up a mistake, is a lap down there. That 21 there on the bottom behind the 10 is a lap down. So, we can't include him in the the top 5 here, but he is in the lead pack after.
And he is in a lucky dog position as of right now. So caution comes out, he'll get that lap back. Or if these guys are nice enough, they might let him get in front and he'll get his lap back the hard way.
Well, that's the thing with iRacing. As long as he doesn't get a times X, he'll get that back. But if he's involved in one of these big wrecks here up in the front or something happens, that's going to give the lucky dog to the 8. So he's got to pay attention to that too. I mean, that's just the way the system works here in iRacing. Do I agree with it? No, but it is what it is. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it because iRacing don't know if you cause the yellow or you're just an innocent bystander. So
well, in the grass gives you 0x. So,
in real life in NASCAR, you don't have to cause the wreck, but if you're just involved in the wreck, you can't get your lucky dog. So
very true, very true. That's right.
It is fairly accurate, although if you're going through a wreck and you just get dinged by a car spinning, and it gives you a 0x, but you keep going straight, somebody just bumped you and you save it, you won't get your lucky dog back. Whereas in NASCAR in real life, I think they would let that slide.
Well, we got some new players.
Right.
Sorry to interrupt you guys, but we got some players here.
Got Ryan.
The 48, the 11, the 93, and the 63.
They caught up.
Yeah, they all caught right up here to the back. They were getting a good little tow probably there in that line. And got a big old run, and now they're here to race to the win. So we'll see how that goes. But we're also going to monitor when pit stops happen if we stay green here, as these guys are really, really racing good. They've been green for a while now.
Ooh. Yeah, this is some good racing going on here tonight at Area 51. And pretty racy too. I think it's a good balance right now. They're racing just hard enough to where they want to get some laps led, but not racing too hard as to be a little dangerous here with good grief. We still got about maybe 35 laps to go.
Correct. Well, like you guys were saying, take it easy now because if you wreck yourself out, you're not going to win the race. To win, you got to be there at the end. You can't win it on lap 1. You can't win it on lap 70.
Oh, as the 88 gets into the 071.
We just did the freaky fast jinx.
Yeah, that was just those guys didn't realize the other one was there.
Let's go back on the replay here with Ken and see what happens up here in the front. Riding with him, going through the tri-oval here. And should see it right in front of him there. He hits the brake. He goes low in the 071. He's still on the brakes. And good job. Good job by Ken. Scooby-Doo still has his tongue.
Yeah, a lot of guys did a really good job to avoid those spinning cars right there.
Yeah.
That could have been a lot worse than it was.
Well, and not only that, that also is what Logan wanted to see, because within about 3 laps, he was going to have to pit.
Yeah, that is a good point. He was going to have to pit pretty soon, but now everybody gets reset. I believe they are still going to have to make another caution or another pit stop after this to make it to the end.
Yes.
Isn't that right, Zach?
Yeah, they will.
Yeah,
They
we got
definitely will.
33 laps to go. 20, they're getting around 20 to 23 laps. So we're gonna have about a 10-lap shootout after they come down pit road. So this pit stop, but the next pit stop that they have to make is going to be very interesting to everybody out there, because do you take 2 tires, no tires? You just take enough of fuel to get to the end? Do you calculate it in green, white, checkered? I mean, there's a lot that crew chief has to do down there and start figuring out, fuel not so much fuel mileage, but what do you want to do on that last pit stop?
Well, yeah, because now you have options. You can either split this last group of laps here in half. You can pit halfway, or you can go until the tank's dry.
Yep.
And then, like you said, Robert, you can pit for less fuel and maybe not take tires. And if you got another guy on that same brainwave, then you can make up a little bit of time. So options wide open from here on out.
Yeah, and I'm sure the spotters up on the spotter stand are running back and forth, talking to people, trying to team up with somebody out there.
Yeah.
So, but all right. Well, as we got 32 laps to go here at Area 51 at Daytona International Speedway, we're gonna quick run to a commercial. We'll be back within less than a minute and a half.
Truex on the outside, contact made. 56 slides it at a 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
All right, we're back after that quick word from Iracing, this game that we're playing here. Make sure you go check out iracing.com if you're interested in running any kind of sim racing game. This is the one to race. They offer you everything from dirt to rally to NASCAR to road racing to Indy to F1, blah, blah, blah. Everything that is out there except for drag racing, which hopefully will be coming soon.
That would be nice to see, although I think, those funny cars and Top Fuel guys, those cars would be kind of tough to simulate, I feel like.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
I'd still be cool to see.
That would be awesome to see, and the thing with those is a lot of that goes into the tuning of the clutch and the engine and the timing and everything, so that would be definitely a completely different style of racing here in iRacing.
Yeah, for sure. Also want to point out a little fun fact here for everybody.
All right.
Here we go. So Richard Petty, if anybody didn't know this, at one point actually left NASCAR because NASCAR outlawed the Hemi engine. So Plymouth was not very happy with that, and they went drag racing actually for half a season with Richard Petty. So Richard Petty during the '60s actually went drag racing.
Yeah, he drag raced for I believe it was 2 years. But his second season, he actually had an engine blow and a piston went out into the stands and killed a 9-year-old. And after that, he said he was never going to drag race again.
I didn't know. Wow. Yeah. Okay, that's a fact that I did not know.
Yeah, he was on the Dale Jr. download this weekend.
Yeah, I watched it.
That. Yeah, if you listen to that, it's really cool. He talks about drag racing, how it was really fun.
Okay,
said, I didn't always get to.
I didn't see the whole thing. I seen 6 minutes of it exactly.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The funny thing with Richard Petty though with drag racing is he was one of the few guys to run a 2-speed transmission.
Yeah.
So he would lose a lot of time off the line. So you'd be drag racing against Richard Petty, and you'd be green light goes down. Oh, you think you beat him, but then he shifts in a second gear and he just drives right by it.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Leave it up to the king, right?
Yeah, right. He told Dale Jr. He said he said it was really fun. He said, but every time we got to the end of the track, he just wanted to turn left. I thought that was really funny. He's like, I wanted to keep the adrenaline up, like I needed a little more than just going straight. But it was really cool to hear him talk about it.
Well, that's awesome. That's an awesome fact there.
Don't really know that. Yeah, a lot of people don't know about that. So.
Well, like you said, go to Dale Jr.'s podcast and watch it, which I'm sure 99% of NASCAR fans out there watch it. So
yeah, it's an amazing podcast.
Yes, I love his podcast. It's awesome. But we gonna have 30 laps to go here, guys, as this pace car is getting ready to duck in. Gonna set these guys sail again here from around 180 to 190 miles per hour. And green's out. Charles is he spun the tires there a little bit.
It did look like he spun them just a little bit there. But,
yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure if I seen that or not, but it looked like he spun them. Maybe it was in the wrong gear. Maybe.
It looked interesting. It looked that the rear did lose a little traction, but
yeah. But he saved
Corey Lane, he ain't got no friends right now. Robert Richard ducks out on him, and you got the bottom line forming up. But Robert Richard says, I'm going to go right back out to the outside. So 12 sticks his nose back out there. I believe that's the Clemson. Rad.
Yeah. Clemson, are they still undefeated so far this season?
Still number 1 undefeated. I know they almost lost to a boot Carolina.
Yep. I'm just happy Penn State's ranked 7th. Woohoo!
Well, right now, look at this. This is interesting, guys. We got a pretty good form line here, but it looks like the top line is just kind of dropping back. And it looks like rather some guys thinking it might get a little wild. We're getting within 1 pit stop here to make it to the end for all these guys.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's going to be interesting to see what these guys do, whether they run the tank dry or pit halfway. I think maybe your best bet would be to run the tank dry, and that way if a caution comes out,
if you have numbers.
Yeah, you got to have probably 2-3 other guys come down with you at that point. But you run the tank dry, then you don't have to worry about being caught a lap down under caution if you pit earlier. So we will see.
And I'm sure the radios are active right now, not just with the drivers, but with them spotters up there, like I said, running around trying to figure something out.
You got almost like a 4-car little breakaway here with the 1433, the 63, and the 10. Sorry about that. But you see right there after one corner, right back to the back bumper. There's Ryan Kelly in the 13, and here comes the outside line, leading back Ken Worley in the 11th, getting pushed by Robert Richards. So gonna have a heck of a race here, guys. I can tell you one thing: you ain't gonna want to miss it.
No, absolutely not. As that the outside lane's starting to gain a little bit of momentum.
Go Scooby! Scooby will win a race this year. Yeah, he will.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Oh,
Big
Look
move from
at
Josh Coley.
Yeah, you see that?
Oh, big shove.
Yeah, the run was coming with the 11 and the 33 timed it perfect to get out there. Does he slide down in front of Charles Johnson? He does. He decides to go to the bottom.
Textbook
Move, but let's see if the energy can go back up behind that 11. This 12, as we see the 21 jumping to the outside. Remember, 21 guys lap back. He's led a lot of laps tonight in that 21 machine there of Matt Spalding. So let's see if he can put himself back in winning race contention.
Oh, I thought Roberts there was going to look on the outside to make it a little 3 wide there, but he backed it out.
Yeah, I think a little bit too early for that. They'll be doing that in about 20 laps, though.
Oh, yeah.
He's still looking. I think he's just maybe trying to get some air, possibly. Or he's trying to see.
Yeah, that too. And look, there goes Scooby.
There he is, Scooby on point.
With Scooby snacks. I wonder what that back there with Ted, though, that line back there, they just hanging out or, you know, because also the 10 there of, who is that?
It's Corey Lane.
Corey. Okay, I apologize. I was looking for his name there. It looks, he had a strong car all night, and now he's just back here riding in the back. So, wonder what his game strategy is. Save some fuel, and just hang out back here.
I think he's trying to choose his moment right now. He knows that he needs a little bit of help here to get to the front.
Yeah.
Right there at the tail end of this little lead pack here before the 7 cars behind him there in a straight line. I think he's just waiting for the right moment right now. You don't have to get there too soon. You got plenty of time in this type of racing. Well, really, it's going to come down to about 10 laps. You're going to position yourself. And then with 5 to go, you're going to want to probably start to, make that move to get to the front. So, 5 to go is when I really want to be in position to attack. And you can't be too far, though, because if you're too far back, you're going to overheat if you're pushing the car, especially if you're in the lead car, you'll be all right. But your help will get hot, though, at least. So, and look, Josh Coley jumps back down to the bottom here to lead.
Yeah, well, that 12 there of Roberts, he was pushing for a while, and then the 33 got in the front, and then the 11 went back around. But for about 5 laps, that 12 was pushing pretty hard. So I'm sure his motor, his lights got to be really close to blinking. But this is going to help him right here with the clean air.
Yeah, he's
that
on the bottom.
Gave him a massive shove as a 21 looking to the outside. I don't think he meant to do that. Just had a bit too much momentum there.
Right.
Couldn't check up in time.
Good push here for the. Look at that. Yeah, he had a really good draft coming off the corner there. The 88 close enough. Not yet. If they
not quite
get that energy built back up like that right there and have a little more help, that 01 will go around that 12. You can see this outside line it's very powerful if you can get the energy built right.
It seems like right now this lead is kind of a revolving door right now. You got guys do a little jump at the 12 got a little bit of the apron there.
Yeah, sorry about that. It scared me.
It scared me too.
It scared you.
12 more.
Well, we were talking about this at Talladega. It's about a second and a half back, and you can latch onto that draft and catch right back up. Yep. So, it's insane. Brian explained it pretty well on Monday night when we were at Talladega. So, it's amazing how far you can lay back and the run that you get.
It blows my mind.
It does.
The draft package. When you run around out here by yourself, you look at your RPMs. That's the one thing. If you guys have Iracing, go out there, run some laps. Look at the RPMs when you're out there. Run. Then go get into one of these packs and get a big run and just see how your RPMs just climb. And it's amazing that how much the air resist, just not having that resistance of the air on the car, creating that drag can help. And you can see right now we got some lead shenanigans going on. The 21 makes a big move from the top to the bottom. The 01's going to lose out on that the most, as the 33 went to the bottom too. Wow.
It looked like a 12 had checked up a bunch. I don't know if what was going on there, but yeah, definitely checked up the inside lane, and the outside lane had enough momentum to bring that 33 and that 21 to the front.
Yeah, and this is where you start to drive a little more in the mirror and a little less out of the windshield.
It's about 7. Let's see here. About 7 laps. These pit windows should be opening up here very shortly. In about 7 laps, roughly.
If they pit here, they can make it.
Yeah.
So it's also a possible strategy here, but I think we're going to see these guys go as far as they can and short stop it, maybe 2 tires.
Yeah, short stop at 2 tires, but you also got to get enough fuel in there just in case, the green-white checkered. I believe they run the green-white checkered here.
I believe they do. I think we had one before. I'm not sure.
I have to reread the rules. I will get all that down for the viewers to understand what this league's doing. So, I do apologize on my end. I'm a slacker.
Well, these guys aren't slacking right now. They're going to work. Out here, the 21 back to the lead after that huge mistake on pit road. I'm talking huge mistake. Sped, and then he slid through the box where he had to go multiple times forward, backwards to get in there. And you're seeing these guys pit. They're doing the strategy. These guys are doing the opposite strategy. The 14 to 63. I believe also the 10.
They got 4 cars. You got 4 cars now that can latch up together with each other.
My thing is here is, do they take 2 tires and less fuel? Because they wouldn't have to put as much fuel in it because they haven't stretched these tanks out all the way yet.
Well, we'll watch the 14/9 of the Napa Know-How. Yeah, look. Even the 63. Nope, no tires. They're gone.
They're gone, guys. Good, just interesting strategy. Let's see how it plays out for these 4.
No tires and fuel.
Yeah, we'll have to monitor the lap times here because in these big old packs, you go so much faster compared to just the 4-car breakaways. Like the old package, that would really work well. That was the strategy almost to play, is to get your stop done early and get out there and get with the group and just draft. And with this package here, the leader here, Matt Spalding is running a 45.012. So we're going to have to see, once those guys get up to speed, that 4-car breakaway, what kind of speed they're running.
Well, the question here, Zach and Brian, is a 4-car breakaway, but they got to get back together.
Yeah, exactly.
Logan's
going to take a few laps. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, now they're coming. Now you see Logan, he's slowing down just a little bit to get the 14 to latch onto the back of him. The 10's got him, and here comes the 44. So it took them about a half a lap.
Yeah, and now they're just going to get up to speed. It's going to take them. Look, they're in front of the pack. So technically, if they can, they can see their competition. They know where they're at. If they can put time on them, it only helps their cause here.
Well, that 44 is back a little bit. Is he having a little engine problem? He should be able to latch up there. Not sure what's going on there with the white.
I've noticed all night he's kind of hung back.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's a strategy thing.
Being the 4th car is still tough. He's not going to be able to be right on top of the 10. He just doesn't have the. It's weird. It's a really weird feeling, but I experienced it at Talladega a few weeks ago. The 4th car, when you have these breakaways like this, always seems to be the hardest car to just get anything to go. You're almost running wide open in the 4th car. It's hard to save fuel even there. But you'll see he'll be able to latch on here, and the more these guys heat up, that's when he'll be able to get closer. As these guys got to give a little bit of room. And here you can see Logan Helton last time by 45.41 to our leaders 45.075, and they're battling up front as Coley goes to the lead for the move around the outside of Matt Spalding. These guys have been switching back and forth all night.
I just got confirmed from the officials here at Area 51 that we have 3 attempts at a green-white checkered. So, 14, the 10, the 44, the 63. If we get multiple green-white checkers, I don't think they'll have enough of fuel to do it.
Yeah, well, I think with them being at the back anyway, if a caution were to come out at this point, they would pit again. get some fresh tires, full fuel anyway.
Okay. Oh, and
his 01 gets turned.
Oh, you just did the freaky fast jinx.
But I think everybody saved it. We don't have a caution.
Wow.
And that splits up the pack and probably slows them down. So that's kind of good news for 12th through 15th there.
And the 01's
Very
coming.
good news for them guys.
Yeah, and the 01's coming down with no front end, but he's making his pit stop anyways. Boy, that's
we
lucky.
got the 11, 48, 13, 71, and the 93 coming down.
Yeah, this is actually going to really help the causes for Logan Helton and Charles Johnson, because look, they're running 45.32 this time by. Leaders last time was a 45.057, but this next lap is where we're going to really see where they lost any momentum from them cars being left out.
Well, how long does the 33, the 21, and the 88 stay out? They're going around another lap. They got to be. Yeah, they
about 2 pits slower.
They got to be making a pit stop this time by, because this is lap 21, and you're looking around 23 to maybe 24 laps if they save.
Yeah, well, and that 33 definitely hasn't been saving as he's been fighting for the lead, so he's probably going to be looking to pit pretty soon. I hope the 21 is aware of that, and he comes down as well, because these last remaining, I think, 5 guys here, they're already kind of spread out.
And here they come.
Yeah,
Yep. Now, I guarantee you they're going to take no tires, just fuel, because everybody else did. So now we'll see how this all cycles around here, as we're going to have, it looks like, the 14/9 of that Napa Know-How. He should take over this lead, or pretty close to it.
Yeah, he should be our net leader here.
Should be. Find a camera angle here as the 21 beats the 33 out of pit road. Well, that's interesting. Josh had a 8.7 to Matt's 6.8 pit stop. So he lost a position. Even I guess it really don't matter, because you can see he's right up against them already. And they're going to come out, and here comes the field. Oh, boy.
Yep.
Hang on. Get your popcorn. Got 10 laps to go. This is going to get freaky. What, Zach?
Freaky crazy.
Oh, man.
Hey.
Oh, nuts.
Oh, nuts.
Oh, nuts.
There you go.
It's going to be freaky out of this world, because we're at Area 51. We got to remember.
That's
got
right.
Some aliens out there on this racetrack, and gotta see how this plays out. Here it is. Look at Michael Spell in the 88. He does the high step years ago.
Oh no!
He's come up.
He checked up that top line.
That was smart.
Wow!
He's gonna get the big run here before the 33 and the 21 can get any energy going. 88 to the lead.
What a move!
Wow, look at Charles Johnson. Great push.
That's one way. Right there is a good example of how to slow down a line that's about ready to freight train you.
Yeah, just block the track.
Yeah, just move up and block them, because they had no choice unless they wanted to make it 3 wide. But then that would have probably threw Charles on the high side, of course, and how many cars would have went with them? Eventually that freight train slows down 3-4 cars. As everybody's slowing down, it's going to actually balance itself out then. So he could have lost positions.
Yeah, that's the thing. If Charles went to the outside, some guys would have followed him, but I think some guys would have picked up the 88. And the other thing, the 88 wasn't going crazy slow. They didn't have to check up that much. So, that was a good call, and it got the 88 to lead as 33's looking to the outside. Try to get a run as 21 goes with him as well.
Oh, this is getting dicey now. Hang on, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I said it, Zach. I haven't said that in a while.
That's like a podcast. I was like, man.
I know.
Said it twice.
Yeah, you said, oh man, I did a Robert.
I've been around you too much.
I love it.
Let's see what this 33 and this 21 can formulate on the top side. They got the help of the 14 and the 10.
Well, we do know that 10, who was he pushing earlier? The 21, they were looking pretty strong together, just them two. So I wonder if they're going to try to work each other and try to get, and the 21 blocks the 33.
Well, he tried. The 33 had too much steam, though, and he thought better of it.
Oh, man, 2x2 all the way back to, what are we looking at here? All the way back to 10th place. 5 cars on the inside and 5 cars on the outside. And well, okay. Now the 71s, you don't even know what line he wants to go with.
Yeah, and look at the 30.
Oh,
the 10 comes down and collects everybody.
Oh, the whole
33
field.
stuck in the wall. 33 is stuck in the wall.
Josh Colley's. Oh, no, that's a tough break.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it won't be a long tow since he's right there at the entrance of pit road.
Somebody come by and hit him off the wall. Oh, no, he took it. He took it down in the pit road. Let's go back and watch the replay, guys, and see exactly what happened here. Oh man, you can see the 10 come down. Oh man, the 33 just right into the wall.
Wow, I think there was only one guy who made it through all that, guys, and I think it was the 71 of Eric Lauren.
Wow.
I think the 63 may have made it through as well.
Yeah.
Actually,
He
he's
was
got
farther.
the damage.
And the 44 looks like he made it through a little bit. Oh no, he didn't. Did he?
No, the
No.
44
Okay.
got a little bit there, and the 11 got a lot. The 48 got a little bit too. The 71 didn't get nothing. So Eric Lauren completely clean here. Now the maximum fuel save now for these guys.
Yeah, with 5 to go, we're gonna have some guys. They're gonna have to come down, use one of their mulligans, get their car fixed, and go back out there and try to run from the back of the pack to the front. So who makes a pit stop and who don't? The 21 of Matt stay out. Nope, he's looking to come down. Wow, what a call. The 21 is pitting.
Yeah, the 63 stays out.
Interesting.
And the 48. And the 71.
And, yeah.
07.
And the 93. And the 13. And the 12 of Roberts. And Ted of the 79. So top 7 stayed out. Matt is going to go from the lead all the way back to 8th position. And we're going to have our first attempt at a green-white checkered here as the laps will reset. We had a total of lead changes here, guys, tonight. 32 lead changes at the line.
I was going to say, it has to be quite a few.
It's unreal the numbers that we get here at Talladega. Daytona, Talladega, with lead changes. It just tells you what kind of draft package that we're dealing with, that you can have that many lead changes at the line. That's not counting what's happening from, the line to the line, through the turns and the backstretch and everywhere else. It looks
That
like
is pretty crazy number.
Yeah, that 21's running that Budweiser car there. Sponsored by NLB. Nice looking dirty paint scheme. It's a lot of rubber. A lot of rubber out there tonight. That's something else we don't talk much about during the broadcast either, though, guys, is the rubber. How does that affect the cars, and picking up rubber and laying the rubber down and finding lines and things like that. Now, I know it doesn't affect too much at a plate track, but at a mile and a half mile track, that's got to play a big key.
Oh yeah, the other racetracks plays a big factor here. You'll lay some rubber down at this racetrack, but the tires just aren't wearing enough to really lay enough rubber down here. It can have some type of effect. It'll actually make the tires wear less. But yeah, the rubber has a huge effect on each racetrack. And tonight, though, not too many issues. Right tonight is going to be putting the pedal to the metal and not lifting and trying to get your way to the front of this field, because I think we're about to see some fireworks here.
Now this is
this is about to get insanely crazy right here.
well, what's going to get very seriously insane too is that 33 is one lap down, back in 14th position now after getting stuck into the wall. But he's only one lap down. If he stays out of the way back there and we have another yellow, he's going to be back on the lead lap with another second attempt at a green-white checkered. So,
yeah, and he's the only car a lap down. So
yeah, I mean, he's the only one. So I mean, you can't move anywhere. You can't lose nothing, and you can't gain nothing. I wouldn't even bother racing in that pack. I would just fall out and just ride and stay out of the way so you don't get an X. Like we explained earlier. There's no point. And if a yellow comes out, well, great, go around. Then you're on the lead lap, and you get to pit if you want, or stay out and attempt it again.
definitely interesting.
Yeah. I mean, his race is not over. Not over by
It's
a long
definitely not.
shot.
Yeah, anything can happen in
Yeah.
racing.
And these cars are going to be picking up more speed here these last couple laps too, because our air temperature now is down to 67 degrees with the track temperature at 69. So there is massive grip out there, and these motors are going to be pushing out a lot of horsepower here the last couple laps.
It's going to be as many ponies as you can have is going to be what you want here. So, see who has the fuel. Can these guys save enough here? See if they put enough in the tank. Let's see. We know the guys that stopped have plenty, so let's see how this works out. We got a green white checker here and a possible 2 more.
Woo! Here we go.
I think it's pretty likely that we're gonna have another attempt at this.
Yeah.
I have that feeling.
Cautions breathe cautions. It's been known in NASCAR racing and any racing that has yellow flag. That's what happens. Except for road courses, and you got your local yellows. But all right, well, here we go. First attempt here tonight at Area 51 at Daytona International Speedway. And green's out. Hang on, buckle your Hans device, and let's see what happens as that 63, guys. Woo! He is gone.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad news for him soon.
48, yeah.
Oh, he's gonna play the high line, low line, high line, low line.
Oh,
Ted is. Does a yellow come out?
No yellow. I think everybody got by him.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
green.
Yeah, Josh wanted to see a yellow. He was like,
Can we get to the white here? Can Logan
63 gets a big shot.
13 Ryan Kelly. 071 in good position here. The Eric Ward on the high line, leading the high line. Robert Richards, third car on the bottom. We've seen the 21 make a bunch of big moves. He's the fourth car on the bottom. Let's see what happens.
Grabbing the white.
White flag.
Gonna have the white.
We will see a finish here.
here we go. Top
side
line.
by side. For second.
Well, there's more cars on the low line than the top line, so I don't know. That top line's got to latch up and just go. Push.
Yeah, when does this 13 make a move on the 63?
Well, I think he missed a shot right there.
He did miss a little bit of a shot there, Brian. He definitely, maybe he's going to do it coming off of 4. It's going to be his only hope as the 071 get a big push from the 48. Side by side for second. And the 63, hold on, coming out of 4. There's going to be room
I think
there
he's
for 13
going to have it.
He's got it.
I think he's going to have it.
I think he's going to do it.
Third, we're going for
21.
Oh, the 21, and then, the big one across the start
Logan
finish
Helton,
line.
the winner. Ryan Kelly second. Matt Spalding wrecking across the line in third. And
Wow, he stole that position.
yeah, he kind of.
Wow. And not only that, Logan's got some front end damage there on the right side of that thing. It still stayed out front. What a win. I'm not sure what kind of sponsor you guys see. Checkered Flag Motorsports.
Yeah.
All right. Checkered Flag Motorsports has won the race.
Yeah, that's the season opener here for Area 51. So 63 is going to give him a victory. Hey, and I think he had that one issue early in the race where he had to pit a lot earlier than people and could have won a lap down having that trouble, but he stayed on the lead lap. And look what it got him. A victory here tonight at Daytona. Congrats to the 63 of Logan Helton. That's awesome to see.
Oh, yeah. Now he's going to burn it down, throw some mud.
And that's a pretty good slide right.
I'd be dizzy.
Yeah, try doing it in VR.
I'd be really dizzy. I don't. All right. Well, congratulations to Matt, Ryan, and Logan for finishing in the top 3 there. They get the podium here tonight, like Zach said here at Area 51 Season 2 opener here, brought to you by Freaky Fast Broadcasting. So we're going to quick run to a commercial and get our guys ready for a post-race interview and see how the race went to these guys here, if we can get a hold of any of them, which I do believe we can get at least a hold of Logan. I'm not sure if Ryan's on. Well, we'll be right back after this quick word. We'll see if we can get these guys together.
On the outside, contact made. 56 slides in at a 4. Who's going to be into the stripe? Dead even. Give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
All right. We're back after that quick word, and I do got Logan here, and it doesn't look like, guys, we have Ryan Kelly or Matt in the 21.
Yeah, I have not spotted them.
Okay, so does one of you guys want to take Logan, and I can take Charles, and I'd like to have a chat with the league owner here at Freaky Fast, if you guys don't mind, or I can do them both.
It doesn't matter to me. Brian, would you like to do them? I mean, if not, I will.
Hey, you can have them. You ain't done a winner.
All right.
Yeah, you go down to victory lane.
And this is how we fight at Freaky Fast.
Yeah. Zach needs a trip to victory.
All right. All right, cool.
Run.
Yeah, we'll bring up Logan Helton and see how his victory went for him tonight here. Hey, Logan, it's Zach up in the booth. You got a copy, man?
Yes, I do.
Well, awesome job tonight, buddy. You come home with the victory for the season opener here at Daytona. First off, let's just feel how you feel tonight. That's got to be awesome.
Yeah, I feel like this season's gonna be pretty good just with that. I didn't cause any crazy incidents like I usually do, so that makes me feel better about it.
Yeah, you did a good job also mixing that wreck there at the end. Do you feel like that's kind of how you snuck into this win here because there's cars wrecking and you were able to stay out. Also got a question, how close were you on fuel there with the staying out there after you had to do a green flag stop during that last stint?
Yeah, missing the wreck was definitely what put me in that position. And I looked back and I did have some right front damage. And I had 8 laps of fuel left according to my crew chief whenever the one to go was dropped during the pace lap. So I was okay on fuel. Thanks to Charles Johnson for helping me out with the pit strategy as well.
Yeah, definitely. That was a good call there. Also, early in the race, you had to stop pretty early there by yourself. So you did a good job actually staying on the lead lap and actually getting back into the pack. How did that early stop happen?
The first caution, it didn't give me any fuel. So I was like 6 gallons short than everybody else.
That's what we were figuring there because it just seemed like that was the about amount you could make it on green flag laps and with the pace laps included. So unfortunate for you there, but you bounced back from that, Logan, and you come back to win. Um, really, what track do we go to next week? I actually completely forgot. Do you know, Roberto?
Yeah, let me look real quick. Roberto. Jeez. Nice nickname I got. We go to Kansas.
Okay, so how you feeling about Kansas next week, Logan? To continue your momentum for this championship season here.
I really like those shorter tracks. I feel like as long as I'm up front when cleaner air, I have opportunity to have a pretty good race. So I'm excited for Kansas.
Awesome, awesome. Well, man, congratulations again on your win tonight. That's awesome to see you start off with a win here tonight to kick off the season. Before we let you go and celebrate that, anybody want to send a shout out to?
I'd like to thank Checkered Flag Motorsports for all their help with the paint schemes and that. I'd like to thank RGC Media, uh, East Bay Nursery, and just all my family and friends.
Awesome, awesome, Logan. Well, again, congratulations, buddy, from Freaky Fast here, and go celebrate that win.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, that was our winner tonight for the season opener at Daytona for Area 51 Racing. Here's Logan Helton in the 63 machine, getting her done after missing that wreck, getting a little bit of damage, but ended up and holding them guys off there with some really good moves there at the end of that race.
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, real quick before we head off here, thank you, Zach, for taking that race winner there interview. But I am going to have a quick talk here with the league owner of Area 51, Charles Johnson. And I'll grab him real quick here and bring him up. 1 second here. Charles Johnson, Robert up in the booth. Got a copy there, buddy.
I do, my friend. How you doing tonight, Robert?
Hi, I'm doing great. Your car doesn't look so great after that mayhem there at the end, but man, you finished 7th. You led some laps up there. Give us a rundown on how your race went here tonight.
Well, first of all, I want to apologize to everyone for getting the setups wrong. We are definitely going to have to do a rerun on this race at the end of the season. So I tried to fix the thing, and then the second race, the Toyotas and Fords had the wrong setup loaded in it, so they wasn't competitive at all. So we're going to do a rerun of this race. This tonight won't be a points race.
Okay.
It'll just be, it is what it is. It's all my mistake, so I apologize to everyone for that. But overall, I think the race went real good, very competitive. I was running with Logan, and me and him and a couple other cars pitted early to try to use a little strategy and come out ahead. We ended up working out pretty good for us, but I got caught up in that next to the last wreck there, and kind of got me back in the field some. So, but overall, I think it's a really good race.
Well, you know what? For messing up on the setups, the Toyotas were looking half decent. But I guess that explains why I'm looking at the scoring pylon here, and the top 15 are Camaros.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. Well, that's how the Camaro fans roll, right? I mean, that's a good excuse. Let's go with that one. You like that one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that works for
yeah, it
me.
works, right? But the reason why I also wanted to bring you up here, since this is a season 2 Daytona opener race, but it's scratched as had technical problems. Um, your fans out there that do tune in, every night over at the other broadcasting places and here at Freaky Fast, with season 2 opening up, what info do you want to give out there to anybody that's looking maybe to join, how to join, what you got coming, anything that you could give your fan base out there a little bit of info?
So yeah, we're running season 2, just 6 races. We're trying to nail down the uh, work out all these kinks for the first 2 seasons, and then season 3 will be a 12-run season. We run the Cup cars on Thursday night. Obviously, Super Speedways on Sundays. Indy cars will be on Mondays for season 2, and they move to Tuesdays for season 3. And then on Wednesdays, we run the trucks. And season 3, we're going to be running the super late models in place of the trucks. And
Okay.
anybody that like to go join the league, they can go to Area 51. Just search for it under the leagues. And if you want to run the super speedways, it's Area 51 SS.
All right, there you go. Yeah, go check these guys out. As they're starting up their season, 2 here at Freaky Fast, and the other 2 broadcasters that they have aboard on season 2. Make sure you go check them guys out. But hey, man. Well, I guess it's a lesson learned. You scratch this one off, you know what to do next time. And next time you run this race, you'll know what not to do and what to do out there on the track. So you can take down some mental notes now on fuel mileage and everything.
Yeah, you know what they say, if you don't make mistakes, you're not doing nothing at all. So we're human. I made a mistake on this one. We'll
Yeah.
get it correct.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. But all right, man. Well, hey, before I let you go, we head off to Kansas next week. How do you feel about that track? And is it going to be nighttime, afternoon, or late afternoon?
I think it's going to be late afternoon, and we're looking forward to that track, actually. It's a good drafting track with those Cup cars. Going to be really fun.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot. It's like running a Talladega or Daytona. We just got done doing it in a different league, and it's insane. Knuckle to knuckle, lap after lap. I mean, it's just annoying.
It is. It's intense. That's for sure. White knuckle racing.
That's what it is. That's what it is. All right. Well, again, I'm going to let you go, man. Thanks for putting out that info, and we will catch you at Kansas next week.
All right. Thanks for all you guys do at Freaky Fast, and looking forward to having season 2 with you guys.
All right. Looking forward to it, man. Take care.
Yep. Have a good one.
All right. That was the league owner explaining on how to join the league. Charles Johnson. Make sure you check up Area 51 on Iracing page, and they will get you all signed up and ready to rock and roll. If you're in the Indy cars, like you said, check them out. They do run the Indies. They got a super speedway if that's what you like to run. If you like to run Cup cars, and you can check them out here on Thursday nights. And like you said, on Wednesdays, they run the trucks here in season 2. So they got all the platforms out there, and the races aren't that long. Very good lap counts that they have. Good memberships that show up here week in and week out and support these guys here. But all right, Zach and Brian, I didn't get a chance to do this in the beginning, but I am going to quick run through before the unofficial results here, even though it is really not going to be official. So, I mean, we can run through it really. Guess it really doesn't matter. I mean, do you want to run through them, Brian?
Yeah, we might as well run through them because even though I think what he said, the Fords and the Toyotas had a different setup on Yeah, it was still a good race, and a race is a race, and we run through the results.
Okay, well, why don't you run through the results real quick, and then after that, I'm gonna give the shout outs to our sponsorship that we have here at Freaky Fast. But the floor is yours, bud.
Yeah, so tonight we have Logan Hilton, our winner, in first place, followed by Ryan Kelly in second, Matt Spalding in third, Eric Laurie fourth, Robert Richards fifth, James Ledford sixth, Charles Johnston seventh, Timothy T. Wright in eighth there, Ken Worley ninth, Michael W. Spell in 10th, Dwight Plesh 11th, Corey Lane 12th, Ted Decker Jr. in 13th, Josh Cully 14th, Brian Kaufman 15th, Paul Patterson 16th, Bud Steele 17th, Mike Morrison 18th, Jim Brooks 19th, Andrew Schroeder 20th, and Patrick Langley in 21st to round out tonight's field here at Daytona.
All right, that's your unofficial results, which is not going to be official, as you heard Charles say here tonight, everybody. But it was fun watching them, run these things around here at high speed racing and everything. And it's Daytona, good old famous Daytona. It's pack racing. You gotta move her around, keep the car cool. What's your guys' final thoughts before I give a shout out to our sponsorships?
Yeah, I mean, we had a very typical Daytona race. It was nice to see some fuel mileage wrapped up in there as well, especially in the way that it happened there at the end with some choices having to be made there. Unfortunately, those choices didn't really matter as we had a late race caution there and a green white checkered, but a fantastic finish as usual over here at Area 51, and definitely looking forward to next week at Kansas because these guys are definitely going to put on a show.
Yeah, I gotta agree there with you, Brian. It was a heck of a race. We went green for a really long time with a lot of battling going on. And these guys went at it all night. It was really exciting. And next week we'll go to Kansas where we'll see pretty similar to this, but after a few laps they'll have to move up to the top wall and we'll see who can transverse that dirty air the best. So we'll have to see how next week plays out. But what a heck of a week here at Daytona. And congrats again to Logan Helton on the win. Unfortunately, it won't be for points for him tonight, but still getting the victory will give him some momentum and some good luck on the side.
Yep, I agree. And, one thing next week, everybody to watch when we go to Kansas is that stupid turn one bump. That thing drives me nuts.
That's your best friend.
No, I did. I had a fast car, and every time I hit that bump, it would just upset the car. So who's going to be able to, figure that bump out going into turn one, because it can really upset the car and put you either up into the wall or you got to get out of the gas so you don't get into the wall. And the guy behind you can navigate that bump and then run into the back of you. Don't know. We'll have to see. So make sure you tune in next Thursday night to see exactly what happens as, they'll be unloading at Kansas, the good Windy City. No, Windy City. What do they call? That's Chicago. What is Kansas?
Kansas is the city with the corn. I don't know.
Kansas is windy though, ain't it?
Yeah, I think it is fairly windy there.
Yeah,
the Kansas City Chiefs have a pretty windy stadium.
Yeah, I thought so. Anyway, sorry, I don't know where my brain was going.
It's very flat.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, yeah, that's true. That's very true. But let's quick here before we head off and sign out for everybody. We're going to quick run through the sponsors here tonight at Freaky Fast. I want to give a shout out to iPitting.com. If you don't know what iPitting is, make sure you go to iPitting.com, check it out. But iPitting is a board web tool designed for iRacing teams. It helps you create race series boards for all your teammates. It provides all your teammates a clear version of every data they need. Prime example, schedule, results, championship points, standings of what goes off in iRacing. So it shows you your standings in the iRacing platform of their web-based tool that they offer everybody on the iRacing side of things, not league standings, but iRacing standings. I just want to make sure everybody understood that so they don't get confused on what's what. But it's also a nice tool for your team manager to be able to share it out to all the social media sites out there, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, a whole bunch of different places that you can share this stuff out too. And check out the team. I do know Zach and Brian's got one set up off of them, and they love the tool very, very much. Also, then I'd like to give a shout out here to Ford Entertainment Group, or known as FEGPC. The mission is to get you driving a sim of your choice: iRacing, Project Cars 2, Race Room Experience, or any other sim racing titles available, as well as your PC game titles or whatever you want to play. You can even play Call of Duty on there if you want. But he specializes in racing games and sets you up with your racing game on your new PC. They guarantee the lowest prices out there. You get a 3-year warranty on all your computer parts. So make sure you go check them out at fegpc.net for your PC needs for your sim racing games or any kind of games that you want to play. They also got a YouTube that you can go watch them custom build PCs. You can also go and watch other iRacers talk about their PC and how good it is and how it streams and everything else like that. And last but not least, to Zach and Brian, Dirty Air Podcast. Make sure you check out Dirty Air Podcast for all your sim and motorsports needs of any motorsports that they talk about, and fantasy, NASCAR, fantasy football. They got a whole bunch of stuff going on, but they are live 9 o'clock Eastern every Wednesday. So make sure you check them out every Wednesday at 9 o'clock Eastern on Facebook, iTunes, Google Play, and Spotify. You can go back and listen to all their episodes and catch up on things that they talk about and anything like that, or listen to it in your car while you're doing the dishes. Whatever. Everybody's got a smartphone. You can log into it and listen to it whenever you have time. And make sure you go over and if you don't mind, give them a like on their Facebook page. They're trying to grow it. They want to get up over, I believe last night you were telling me, Zach, what number are you looking at for again?
100. We're at 95 right now.
At 95. So, five. Please, anybody out there, just five clicks. That's all we need to get to 100. Just 5. It's not that hard. No, I'm just joking, but we do much appreciate it if you really would. And these guys here would appreciate if they can get over 100 and keep it growing. That'd be awesome. And make sure you share it with your friends and family. But hey, guys, well, we're going to sign off here at good old Daytona International Speedway here with Area 51 here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting. We will be live Monday night for Slide Job Racing as they go round 2 at Martinsville. So we'll see how that all plays out and how the points are getting shaked up over there. So make sure you tune in Monday night, 8:30 with Slide Job Racing League, sponsored by Colonial Riders. We won't be live this weekend. Unfortunately, I got family plans, so I will not be live Saturday night in car. But following Saturday night, I will be. But hey, until then, everybody have a great week. Don't work hard. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the race. Enjoy football or whatever sport that you like to watch. But until then, God bless everybody. Love yous all. Peace out.
Peace out,
Later,
everybody.
fellers.